Yo, yo, yo. What's up, YouTube? What's going on, guys? Listen, I found a god map. I'm gonna be honest. I found an actual god map. And I'm curious to see how it affects our times. Bring up the counter. What are we at? 1675. We have to do about 375 runs tonight. And I think we'll be able to. Now that we have this new map. So let's edit up the time and get going. Tomorrow. There we go. To see. Alrighty. The map is good. The MF is great. And the damage is still pretty good too. Do it. Look at that. Oh my god, it's so good. War boots right off the bat. 198, not bad. It's actually a really good roll. Probably our best roll. So I'll probably keep that actually. Alright, let me see just how quickly I can do this. Because this is a pretty good map. I gotta get used to the thing though. Yeah, that is... Oh, it's not... Why is it not working? Wonder if it has something to do with the dates. I doubt it. God, this tracker, I swear to God, sometimes it's like 100% accurate, and sometimes I can go 4 streams without it actually working. Ooh, the carrying wind. Okay. Why is it not? Why? Okay, hold on. I think... Yeah, I think it's just because of the time. No big deal. We can use the next one. 8 AM on the 17th. A little bit annoying that it works that way, but easy enough to fix. Okay. There we go. Okay, 24 seconds. Surely we can do better than that. At this point, it's definitely the slowest part is just killing, which is awesome. Oh, I almost... That was 19, even though I screwed up, so it's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, this is great. This is really quick. I think on average we're getting like 25 to 30 on the other map, and now we're getting like 19 to 25. So a solid 5 seconds of run over the course of what could very well be thousands of runs. I mean, yeah, we'll take it. The drops are not hitting, but we need to, I guess. Really good map though. I was glad. Did not take me too long to find. Should have done this a long time ago. Come on, unearth, baby. When we hit 2,000 runs, we'll be about halfway to odds. So. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes when the conviction hits early, you can kill Andy in like 4 fireballs. Sometimes it feels like you can kill her before the conviction even touches her though. Which is more like 8 or 9. "20-second runs, easy. And it'll get faster as I get more comfortable with teleporting. Not that it's complicated, but got that muscle memory from the last map. And I'm giving it a second or 2 extra looking at the gear, looking at the loot. Probably don't need to be doing that, but... Ooh, Eldritch Orb. Another ring. Another carrion wind, wow. Hey, it beats getting the back-to-back Manals. At the very least. Oh, another ring and a lacquered plate. Take that. That's more like it. We'll add the towel armor to the list. Just because we got nothing. Give myself a little bit of a break. Brave wand. We don't actually need that, but we will keep these booties. Still waiting for an ethereal version of that. Actually, is it that? Damn. Lots of uniques. Not a bad roll. Actually, pretty good roll on the Raven Lord. It's like a little mini flickering flame. Pretty good though. Not that I'll ever use it. I have a weird thing with unique pelts. Happy hump day to you too. A little bit of a slow day, but it's all good. Hopefully we see the regulars later. I'm here to farm regardless. Yet another monarch. So cute. Oh, no way. The gull rune. Wow. So we get another gull, huh? Ah, it's nice to get a beam off of Andy, but not really what we were hoping for. Max stack of gulls. Something to cube up, I suppose. 25 runs in. Already a beamer? We take that. Looking for something more Cham-like, but we'll take that. Yo, what's up, Tommy? Yeah, man. I'm gonna be pumped when we finally get this bad boy. Like, I remember when we got the Teamite, I was screaming so loud, the wife was, she was upset. Which is great. That just means I'm doing it right, so. I think the Death Swell would be something like that, but. Yeah, man. I'm hoping. We got a much better map. A little bit quicker runs. Which means more chances. And we just got a gold rune, so you can't be mad. It's a good start. We get 198% gore riders. Gold rune. Didn't put the gores on the list. I don't really think it's list worthy, but nice little upgrade. Yo, what's up, Ben? How you doing, brother? How's your dirt situation? Don't call me maggot. Yeah, gold drop this early? Nice to hit another beam, that's for sure. You don't see those too often with bosses usually, right? Andy's been generous. Hey. Another ring? Fourth ring. Fourth unique ring. In like 30 runs. Pretty wild. Useless, of course, but you never know. We already got 2 SOJs and a BK so far, so I mean... Ooh. Damn. Almost. Like, really almost. Gonna be renting a skip? So, hold on. Does this mean you're doing my slide it down the driveway technique? Let's go, man. Yeah, I suppose it's not too cheap, but worth it, man. I feel like any other way would be harder, like harder on your body, and sometimes it makes sense to pay to avoid doing labor you don't have to do, right? Sometimes. Better than making like 15 trips to the dump. Wow, triple essence. Yikes. Waste. Lots of uniques drop, and I think that MF actually did something, which is great. Just means when the next Unearthed Wand drops, that'll be the time. 2,000 runs, 2 wands. Yeah, we're making good time. Is the seed good? Well, it's a new seed, Ben, so you know what I say. Good seed, pre-recorded video. You can rest assured that when we hit run 2048, we're gonna be in good hands. It's a great map too. It took me about 20 minutes to find. Maybe, what's that? Maybe like 50 resets. I was pretty happy. Like, I think you can get a little bit better than this, but I don't even know how much time that really saves you. A second. But grandfather. Nice. Nice, dude. We're getting some good drops. Really good. Love a fresh seed. Oh, yeah. Ben loves fresh seed. Now, what am I doing with all these grandfathers, you might ask? I don't know. Opening up a retirement home or something, I suppose. Not sure what else I have use for them, but yeah, I mean, I love a fresh seed and I love a quick map, but it always worries me that the other map was warming up. You know, it was like, hey, listen, you've been on me for 1,000 runs, I'm gonna kick you what you need, and then I reset it. I don't like the sound of that, you know? The game values loyalty, so... Damn, you traded a perfect grandfather for 2 John ladder? I suppose it might not even be for, like, use. Some people just like collecting perfect shit. Even if it is shit. They'll take it, you know? That's pretty nice. Two John ladder are pretty steep though. I haven't played ladder in a while, but unless you're like near the end, you typically don't have a whole load of those, right? When's the next ladder reset? I'll probably be playing that one. I kind of want to do like a ladder series. Try to like completely gear up just by trading and finding my own stuff. That'd be fun. I think I'd want to do PvP as essentially though, like, or eventually, because PvP would be a lot of fun. I've been on PvP in forever. Tommy, that's the problem, man. That is exactly how I think. I'm that little guy with the pickaxe and the diamonds are right behind the dirt, you know? That's me. And it's awful. It's truly awful. Ooh. Of course, I didn't do any of the things I wanted to do other than find a new map, which I did literally right before the stream. But I didn't look through the code on the filter to see if I could make a beam appear for the Unearthed Wand. And I also didn't clean up my stash, so I'm gonna hope we don't find too much worth keeping. That way I don't have to show my stash too often. And also hope that we don't just miss an Unearthed Wand. Because sometimes the loot is really cluttered. Sometimes it's like this, which is fine with me, easy to see. But sometimes Sometimes it'd be a pain. I'm getting like 19-second runs on the low end. That's really good. If I had more confidence and I didn't spend a good 3 seconds just looking at the loot, these runs would be hella quick. I think when we were doing Nightmare Andy, I was hitting like 14, 15-second runs. It was crazy. Squishy, and it's easier to just look at rings. Or look for rings. We had a really good map. We had an even better map than this one. I thought about just getting a seed. Like, I know you can find seeds for good maps. People share them, but what am I, some kind of cheater? That's like changing the clock. No way, Jose. No way. The Bone Wand and the Unraveler have honestly the death of me. This happens more times than it really makes sense, and it really screws with me. It really hurts. Every time I do a run, I'm thinking this is the run. Grim Wand. We're getting wands. Just not the right kind. It's coming, man. 1,700 runs. You know, that's dedication. This game rewards dedication. No way. What the hell? What? Another SOJ? We're gonna have every single graphics we can have. Wow. Wow. The third SOJ in 1,700 runs. Dude, we're gonna have a lot of Annies to roll. That's really nice. That is insane, man. I swear to God, this feels like better odds than Nightmare Andy. Like, I think you get about a unique ring every 20 or 25 runs, typically, when you do Nightmare Andy. And then it's like every, how many to get an SOJ? And now we have 3. Under 2,000 runs, we have 3. Wow. That's awesome. I never thought I would start getting used to the SOJ drops. I mean, the next one's gonna be like, yeah, another SOJ, whatever. What can you do? Yo, what's up, Dim? Hey, the diadem. Yeah, you got gifted a sub from Pedro, I think. Yeah. 1711. Dude, at least it's good drops though. Yeah, I think Pedro dropped a 5 gifted last stream. Or maybe the stream before that. And your name came up.
Good day.
Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, man, what a night already. 60 runs, look at the list, man. It's a good life. Oh, just give me the deaths, well. Make this an excellent night. Yes, Ben, absolutely. Like, the reason why I don't think I'm going to switch it up anymore. I think we're just going to do this over and over. And then once I have the Death's Web, I want to farm with the Necro to try to find the chamber. A victory lap stream? Yeah, of me running around my neighborhood. Yo, Lil Hoodusin, what's up? Yeah, no, we'll definitely be using it, like 100%. 100%. It's probably gonna take a little bit before we can really do anything where the cham will drop, because I think my necromancer is like level 80, so we definitely can't terrorize, but maybe I'll just do like some bail runs or something. And we'll just see what happens. Yeah. Do some chaos, do some cows. Maybe do some Neil attack or something. I don't know. But 100%. Okay. If it rolls like really, really bad, like if it rolls bottom of the barrel stats, let's revisit this. But as long as it's like mid to high roll, I would love to use it. We got lots of poison facets. We got tons of gear, like just generic gear. So that's the plan, man. That's why we're doing thousands of Andy runs without a millisecond break in between. This is a 24-hour stream right here. Unravel ahead. Gave me a little bit of a heart attack. See why? Yeah, I'm trying to find a third day for streaming that'll make sense, but it's difficult. Just 6 hours a week, and sometimes I only stream for 2 hours, depending on like how I'm feeling / how the stream is going. It feels like not great, and a third day would also help me to kind of see like if there's more activity on specific days. But I'm not sure. Gotta convince the wife, you know? That'll put us up to like 1,000 runs a week. I could work with that. Gimme items. Gimme. 300 more runs until the alleged drop of 2048. I'm pumped to see this. The T-Gods. Not a terrible roll, but probably only keep them if they're perfecto. There's a lot that I just won't keep unless it's perfect. I'm just picky like that, you know? And oh! Wow. Dude, it's the runes tonight. Let's go. Let's go, man. What the hell? Gull and Ohm within like 50 runs? Holy shit. Hype, dude. That's awesome. I might as well just cube up to the champ at this point. Oh my goodness. It's a beauty. We actually have a lot of these already. We have so many runes. Should I be using these for something? Could you imagine if you could make like words out of the runes? Like rune words? Instead of just keeping them in the stash? Huh. Well. Too bad Blizzard would never update the game. Amulet ring combo. I should trade for the death web. You're right. How much do you think it goes for? Do you think I could get... let me see. Do you think I could get a death web for like 15 Gull and like 10 Vex, like 8 Ohm? Jarber, Tusser, and Azad? I don't know, man. It's a pretty rare item. I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if I have enough. Damn, that was cool. That was a cool drop from Andy. Just seeing a beam directly beneath her little flaps. You gotta appreciate that, man. Doesn't happen. Sometimes, you know, you get the beamer and you don't really know if it's from Andy or if it's from her little friends. Yo, what's up, Spooky? How you doing, man? Oh yeah, Elrune Tommy. See, that's my problem. I stopped picking those up. And now I can't afford a goddamn death web. The Bank of Tyrael with extremely high interest. Yeah, I would hate to see how high the interest gets on those loans. No way, man. Yeah, the angels would definitely be taking advantage of us mortals. Definitely. See, oh my god, 18-second runs. Let's go. Honestly, Tommy, you're not wrong. Like, I remember back in the day when I did play on ladder, you would see trade games for like Talrune, Ralrune, Ortrune, Elrune, Eldrune, whatever they needed, and they'd give you a decent penny for it, because who knows how long it takes to get when you're actually looking for it, right? Especially the Elrune. Elrune, it's rare. It's so rare because it's so low on the list. Exactly, yeah, Ben. It's funny because we always talked about how many Elrunes it would take to cube up, and it's like, when you take into account the fact that they're actually, like, finding one Elrune would take far longer than it would take to find another rune like Ral which is many, many Hell runes already. Pretty crazy. What a crazy, exciting game this game is, you know? It's just such a good game. They make the worst rune really rare. You never seen anything like it. Okay, we got yet another Griffey's problem. It's our fourth. Yeah, fourth so far. Maybe, yep, fourth. Now, I want to make like a loot showcase when we do find the Death Web, obviously, of like, you know, what we found on the road to Death Web and however many runs it takes. But the list is starting to get pretty high, man. It's starting to get pretty long. I'll probably just make it like a shorter video where I just quickly summarize what we found instead of actually showing the drops. Because at this point, it's like, do you really want to see 4 different griffs drop? I'll have to find a fun way of showing that off. It'll be a good video for actually honing some editing skills. I gotta learn how to actually edit. The U-Wand. Damn, I mean, I think we found the most unique wands out of any stream so far already. In less than 100 runs. The game is telling us something. No, that's not it. That ain't it. The sword. Do we gain a level tonight? I think if I don't die, it's actually possible. Big if. Very big if. Eagle Shroud, lacquered plate. I feel like a rare lacquered plate could be really cool. Oh man, the freaking chat froze again. Grim Dawn DLC? Spookster? That's crazy. That's awesome. I didn't know about that. Yeah, maybe. I wonder, are they adding any actual like additional obviously they're adding additional content. What am I really trying to ask? Are they adding anything new? Like, I know they had the arena in one of their DLCs. Grim Dawn is a cool game. Something about it, I think it's just, it feels very slow. I had a really hard time getting into it. But I did enjoy the one playthrough I did. Adding a new class, okay. Typical. ARPG expansion. Typical. Gotta add a new class. God, I hate how the chat freezes. Sometimes I'm like, I'm feeling lonely, and then I refresh, and all of a sudden I see all the messages I've been missing. A shapeshifter. Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, hopefully it's not too expensive because it's a pretty old game. If it's like 15, 20 bucks, I could see that working. Anything more, and it'll be hard. It'll be a hard sell. I feel like the Titan Quest 2 release didn't go very well. I don't know. I just haven't really heard anything about it. I know some people were pretty excited for it when it was not yet released, and then it came out, and I haven't really heard about it since. Which sucks, because I feel like Titan Quest is one of the OGs. $17.71. I think that was our fastest run yet at 18.1 seconds. Good. The issue with Titan Quest 2 is that there isn't much content. Oh, okay. It was another early access type release, man. I hate that games do that these days. It seems like it's... God, I swear to God, there's more early access stuff that comes out than actual full completed games. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that'll definitely hurt the popularity. Then again, I feel like there's so many people that complain when they know a game they want is coming out and they complain that it's taking so long. It's like, well, maybe shut it, because this is what happens. They release some early access shit that's not completed, and you get half of a game just so they can shut you up, and then you're just on to complaining about the next thing, really. You gotta take a page out of Rockstar's book, like the Grand Theft Auto release, and just keep pushing it back. Problem is, developers and publishers are worried that they can't push it back because then their fans will lose interest and it'll hurt sales. It's usually all they care about, right? Money. Who cares about money? Not me. Yeah, it was also kind of expensive on release for the fact that it didn't have like it wasn't a completed game. Quite pricey. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I just remember thinking, I don't think I'll try that. 4th star. Oh, the Grim Wand and then the Dimensional Blade right behind it. It got me a little bit excited, man. This is like it's just a recurring thing for me. I just get teased. Andy the tease. Damn. Feels lackluster? Yeah. Unfortunate, man. Really unfortunate. Yeah, man, I already told her to clear the house. I told her when we get the Death's Web, I'm gonna let out one scream, and she's gonna pick up the $100 gift card that I left on the table, and she's gonna head out. And we're never going to speak about what the celebration was or what I did or what parts of myself I revealed. But she'll just know it was a good time. Yo, what's up, Juan? How you doing, man? Open gift card in case of emergency. Exactly. That's how you do it, man. It's the key to getting your wife to let you do whatever you want. Gift card or cash. Up to their preference. Kind of a dead night for the regulars, unfortunately. I feel like Wednesdays are always a little bit slower than Sundays. I'm not sure what I can do about that, but it is what it is. I'm still grinding. You know, it's just unfortunate because we're obviously going to get the death web tonight. It's like these guys are going to miss out, so... Oh, Ben. Don't take it personal. I didn't say none of the regulars are here, only the shitty people are here. That's how you make it sound like that's what I said. It is not. It's pretty close, but... Yeah, Spookster. They should know all they need to do is make sure that they release a Necro class. What about, I heard that the speculation for the class that's going to be released with the Diablo 4 expansion is probably going to be not a Necromancer, but like a Warlock or something. Does that fall into the same bucket? Is that the kind of thing that'll get you to pick it up? Next commence with a crocodile summon. Oh, you're gonna get him excited. The 15-3 telekinesis. Same bucket, but the issue is it's D4. You're not liking D4, huh? I don't know. A lot of people are saying that this season is the best season yet. But a lot of other people are saying that even though it is the best season yet, D4 is still the kind of game where you play it for like a couple weeks and it's fun, and then you put it down until the next season comes out. Which is unfortunate. But best of the worst. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is technically what they're saying, isn't it? Yeah. Yo, what's up, Tracy? Yes, another SOJ. Can you freaking believe it? Another SOJ, a Gull Rune, and an Ohm Rune, all in like 100 runs. It's a good start, but we need more. Three SOJs, which means that after this, we're definitely going to be doing some declone. Definitely. I mean, that means we have at least one declone to do, but hopefully, hope we get a couple more. I wonder how long it would take if I did like a Nightmare Andy until 2010 Andy, or Annie. How long would that take? See ChatGPT. An item can roll from 10 to 20, 10 to 20, and 5 to 10. 3 different stats on one. How many possible? Okay, so there's 726 possibilities. So we would need, at odds, 726 SOJs. I mean, It sounds doable. I don't know. It's that sounds like it wouldn't be that bad. 726 SOJs. How many Nightmare Andy runs for SOJ? So it has about a 1 in 31 chance to be an SOJ. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling that the math is the numbers are starting to get pretty big when I'm doing this math in my head. I don't know if I like it anymore. The Shui Honda. That's not too bad though. Maybe, you know, it's 726 on average, but sometimes people get it on their second Annie. That could be us. $1,800 runs around the corner. Let's go. Wow, we're almost done an hour already. A pull rune. Oh my god, the beam. Listen, technically, of course, that was a beam, but I don't count that. The pull rune, man, even the rune is kind of like, nah. Like, you don't get too excited when you see it, so that's not going on the list, okay? But hey, 3 beams. Honestly, 3 runes off of Andy in one night is pretty crazy. So, one of those nights. Definitely one of the better nights. Damn. 3 beams, an SOJ, grandfather, a Griffs. Woo. Crazy. Don't need any grand chimes. Yeah, you saw that Shillelagh? Just reminds me how bad I want to do a BG3 run, man. I've been thinking about it so much lately. I really have. Like, even if it was only a couple people that would hang that kind of game. If it was a Necro Skiller, I'd throw it on the ground. Yeah, it is, Spookster. I know I need to finish what I've started. I think if I try to pick that up, it's either that won't get finished or this won't get finished, so... I gotta get the Death's Web, get the Cham Rune, and then go crazy. Unsubbing, that's it, eh? Necro Skillet thrown on the ground and he's done. Nah, if it was a blue Grand Charm, I just missed it. I tend to, I think I tend to ignore them because I'm ignoring the, what's it called? The Sunder Charms, because I have so many of them. And then sometimes there's, you know, civilian deaths that happen. AKA, I miss a blue GC. How would you design rare Grand Charms? Yeah, I think rare Grand Charms, it would be very hard for them to not be just disgusting. I think that rare Grand Charms would have to have more of like a melee priority, I guess you would say. Like, I wouldn't want a rare Grand Charm to just be like a skiller that can hold more stats, you know what I mean? Like a 45 life peak home that also has like 5 res or something. Like, I think that would just be like, okay, what's the point? You're just getting rid of skillers at that point, right? But if you could make them I don't know, maybe something like with a very small amount of increased attack speed or life leash or something like really cool that would be really good if you stacked it, like a 5% increased attack speed. So if you had 8 or 9, you could get up to like 45% with a little bit of damage on it, or a little bit of faster run walk or something like that. I think that could be cool. But I really don't, I think anything else, and you risk just making the magic ones obsolete, which at that point, I guess that's kind of how the rest of the game works. Like, magic items are temporary. Really, the rare ones are what you're looking for, but I think if you tried to add them at this point in the game, that's how you'd have to do it, because like people would be upset if you released rare versions of something, just made the rest of the previous meta obsolete. I think if I was releasing them alongside the release of Grand Charms in general, I probably would say the skills should go on to the rare ones. Or like you could have blues that have plus the skills, but only plus the skills. Like it would have nothing else. And then the rare ones could roll secondary stat. It's very interesting that they didn't allow for rares. But I don't hate it, honestly. I like the current charm design. It's pretty cool. Oh, wow. Jeez. Okay, there's the Necro Skiller. Oh. I tried, Spooky. I tried.
Good day.
What class do I find most appealing in BG3? Like, from what I've seen, and I have a very narrow understanding of D&D in general, but from what I've seen, the druid always calls out to me, because I think it's so cool that you can turn into an animal and then like talk to the other animals and stuff. So I've always had a big I felt drawn to the druid. But the last couple characters that I made when I was trying to play with friends were barbarians, giants, berserkers, the kind of character that just gets right up in there and just goes wild. But the druids are really good for that too, because you can turn into like a bear and then you lose all your HP and you don't even die, you just turn back into regular form. So for somebody like me, where I'm typically making very rash decisions, it's a good thing, because I can make mistakes and I'm not as punished for them, I feel. Ironically, I think, and please don't unsub, but I think in games like D&D, I've always had a hard time with the necromancer classes. I feel like they're a little bit underwhelming compared to games like this, where you can summon, whoa, so many allies. Maybe I just haven't gone far enough into the game, but I feel like the necromancer class doesn't have as many cool skills as I would like for them to have. Yeah, the druid's really nice. Lots of variety. You can do lots with it. Shifter Druid, yeah. That's what I would play as. If I was playing a Druid, I'd definitely be shifting into a bear. And then like also, I feel like the Druid just has so many useful qualities outside of battle too. Like turning, I think you can turn into a bird and like go fly. You don't alert enemies. You can get up to like high places without having to worry about like how much agility or strength you have to jump. It seems like a really, really strong class for D&D in general. But again, I know very little about D&D, and I feel like there's a lot of knowledge-based barriers in that game. Which D2 class would you want to be in real life?
Hello.
I don't know. I think it's a hard question. Now, Ben, we already know that you're the barbarian, so I won't ask you the same thing. But, I feel like I'd want to be the druid. Like, I could have furry friends, and... I mean, sure, teleport's OP, but... Can I get an enigma? Like... Do the same rules apply where the sorceress is no longer the only one? How hard is it for me to get a burr rune in this real life scenario we're talking about? I want Jaw Ithbur. And do I have to wear armor all the time? Surely I can just get leather armor. I don't want to be walking around in a breastplate. Okay. No problemo. No. 12 p.m. Teams. D&D and BG3 Necro is really different compared to some classes which are 1-for-1. Oh, okay. Yeah, better summons rather than quantity, which I think is fine. I just think for my playstyle, it always feels worse to have less. I just like having a big army. Always. Teleport into the bank and take all the money. Ben, have you not seen the movie Jumper? We all know how that ends. It doesn't work, man. Samuel L. Jackson be coming for you. He be coming for you with his little shocky weapon he's got. He's gonna be zapping you and shit. That's a good movie. I would have loved to have seen a sequel to that movie. Jumper. Super underrated in my opinion. I gotta watch that again. The problem is, like, some of these movies, man, I can't find them streaming anywhere. B2000s movie, yeah, it's a good one, man. I feel like not many people that I knew, at least, had seen that movie. I've watched it. It was one of those movies that I had as a kid. I think I downloaded it onto my PSP or something. There were certain movies that I had. I'll tell you, Kung Fu Panda, Pineapple Express, Jumper, and there was this one Vin Diesel movie where he's like protecting this girl. I can't really remember what it was, but those movies I had downloaded on my PSP, and I would just I'd watch them every single night before bed. I've seen them many times. You like having both options. It's why you like Mistress Spells mod. Yeah, I haven't even looked into the world of modding with BG3. But I've seen Reddit posts. Most of the time, the mods are just enhancement mods, if you know what I mean. But I suppose if you're going into the game looking for a very specific playstyle, it'd be nice to be able to mod it that way. You gotta love that. You gotta love Steam games and their mods, man. Some of them are just insane. The Witcher mods are crazy, dude. Like, there's some people... They have created like entire storylines through mods, which is just wild. Wild to me. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So obviously, I'm assuming you're playing a Necro right now, Spookster. How far in are you? How many hours have you played? I've probably only ever gotten like 5 or 6 hours in. So I barely scratched the surface of that game. Which is why I think it'll be a good game to play on stream. But then, there's just so much, man. There's so much I want to do. I think I have too much of a dreamer's mind. And realistically, do I have the time? No. Maybe though, we'll see. If you guys all start harassing my wife via text message, maybe I can get her to let me do like 3, sometimes 4 days a week, 5 hours a day. We can get through games once a month, 1 game a month. I quit my job. I'm making like 20 bucks a week here, so. Oh wow, you beat the game twice as a Necro and once as a Spore Druid. That's crazy. Wow. Which is basically a Necro. Yeah, because I think I know that the spores in like the D&D universe are very like take over the brain type thing. That's crazy. So you must have like 400 plus hours in the game. Crazy. I didn't realize you played so much, man. Like you mentioned a couple times, but I didn't clue in, I suppose. Cool, man. Yeah, I have a friend, a real life friend who's played a lot of BG3. Divinity is like his favorite game. He's played probably 1,000 plus hours of Divinity. I think Divinity Original Sin 2 or Divinity 2 or whatever, the second one. He was quite excited about the really cool cinematic for the new Divinity coming out, which the cinematic was great, but obviously for a game like that, I feel like it doesn't really tell you much. But I still assume it's going to be really good. Oh, there's another one. SOJ number 4. The Dwarf Star. Where's my wand? 477. Wow, nice. The way you play games is you play them either very casually or you lock in to play nothing but that game in your free time. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's hard to play BG3 casually, isn't it? I think once you're in, you're in. And that's kind of like the main reason I don't want to start trying to stream it, because it's going to be like, if I only do like 2 or 3 hours and then, oh, well, I still want to stream Diablo, so I can only do it once a week. 2 or 3 hours of BG3 per week is not enough. I feel like it's just like, it won't work. You know what I mean? So best to see what happens once we get through the Grail and go from there. But I gotta get back to doing challenge runs as well. Like the channel is, like, I love streaming and I love hanging out with you guys, especially when everybody's available, but the channel is a little bit stagnant if I don't get videos out in terms of growth. So gotta finish up the Druid and then I gotta start the next one. $18.39. What did we start at? We started at $16.75, I believe. So we're making pretty good pretty good time. This new map is honestly saving us at least 5 seconds a run. I should have done this a long time ago. 5 seconds a run is pretty significant at 2,000 runs. Yeah, like I said, 5 seconds run, 1,000 runs, 5,000 seconds is what? How many hours is that? It's quite a few. We've looked into respawning enemy mods. Yeah. At least there's so much replayability. I think getting 477 hours out of a game is definitely telling to the quality of the game, right? Especially with that kind of game where you're not even just going through it and kind of experiencing the same thing. Like, there, you can change so much based on even just choosing a different race. You're gonna have different interactions. Crazy. It's so funny that you've beaten it twice as an Necro though. Like, you chose the same thing twice. That's funny, man. You really are committed to the necromancy lifestyle. That's great. Ooh. The failed diadem. That's okay. That's fine. We don't need another one. This one time. I'll let it go. One vanilla, one with mod. Yeah, okay. Alright. Different. Completely different. I'll judge you a little bit less now. Okay. Alright. The High Lord's Wrath. Yeah, dude, I definitely will not be using this Oculus when we do hardcore. Holy crap. The amount of times I'm getting teleported into random garbage. Do not like that. Do not like that one bit. Look at that. I mean, that was kind of safety, but still. Yeah, Trace, I like it too. I like it too, man. It is, it's really nice. It not only are they close together, but it's also just convenient. I feel like it's very fluid. Got used to it really quick. I just feel like sometimes, I don't know what it is, but sometimes they can be even closer together, but it's almost like you teleport over the stairs and you have to walk and sometimes teleport back, and it actually slows you down. This one is very like the number of teleports works. I think it's like 3 and then 5, 4 and 4 really. Like, that's crazy. It's like 10 teleports to get to Andy. Crazy. You love to see it. It was a good idea. I wasn't gonna do it because I was like, oh god, I had 30 minutes until the stream, and I was like, you know what? I think I'll do a little bit of praying. I got really lucky. It's nice.
Greetings.
But it'll be nice to hit 2,000 runs tonight. I feel like we've made some really good progress, even though we're not getting what we need. It's still been pretty good. It's been a good 2,000 runs. We actually did get some stuff that we need. Like the only thing that we could say actually does help the account, I would say, is more facets is always nice, and then the SOJs. The SOJs are really, really great. I'm super excited to do another declone. We haven't done declone on this account. Wow. Probably almost a year. Legitimately almost a full year since the last time I did declone. Because it was really early on that I got the Annie. It was one of the first things I wanted to get in the account, because it's just a free skill, free stats, free resistances. Super nice. So I think we farmed Nightmare Andy. And I remember we got that SOJ in like 20 unique rings. It took me like a couple hundred runs tops. It was amazing. So it'll be nice, and if we roll an Annie that's even worse than the one we have now, I'm gonna cry. I'll be crying live on stream. Maybe that'll get some views. Anything for the views, man. I'm getting desperate. Wow, see, that is not it. That is not what I'm looking for. Like that. That was 10 teleports. I think I'm going the wrong way sometimes. The bone wand. It's the wrong kind of wands. It's okay. Getting a lot of wands though. Like sometimes I go a few hundred runs without seeing a wand and I'm like, did these exist? But now we're getting grim wands, grave wands, bone wands, lich wands, petrified wands. Every wand. The blue sacred armor. It's rolling. The Zakarum shield. Wow. That is a really rare drop. Wow. I think that's the second dragon scale we found on the account. That is quite a tough one to find. Yeah, I'm putting that on the list. It's not like a super great item, but it's so hard to find class specific elite items, which is, it's kind of ironic because that's actually, this must be the third one. Yeah, because there's another one here. But still, I found more grandfathers than I found of that item. More wind forces and more griffs. Finding elite class specific items is very good. It's funny because I guess is the death swab. It's not class specific, is it? No, because it's just a wand. And yet it's still just so rare. Do a TC87 only build? That could be fun. I'd have to look into like what... I'd need a list of the TC87 items. I know the big ones. Like using Wind Force on a on an Amazon, but I feel like I wouldn't know the rest of the gear. But that's a good idea. See how good these rare items actually are. I have a feeling the results will disappoint you. Wow. Deadly Oro combo there. But, we bring him back. Wahid. I don't know if we're gonna get a level tonight. Experience is not great when you're killing only Andy. Oh god. I think Paladin would probably do it the best. Paladin does everything the best. You're definitely correct. Absolutely correct. Either Paladin or Sorceress, because I feel like... Ooh, a Scourge. Nice. I feel like Mang Song... I don't know. Paladin would be pretty cool. Get a Tyrael's Might, Dragon Scale, Stormlash. Lots of pretty good contenders there for the Paladin. See, the problem is with those kinds of ideas, when it comes to like the main thing is the end game, like how do you really turn that into content, right? Because it would essentially require me to start in the end game. It would require me to use this account that has all those items and put them on a character. So then what is the challenge, right? Like what is it just to do all the typical bossing MF routes and see how good it is at each one? Maybe. Again though, the results are kind of obvious from the start. You're not gonna use a Teamite Dragon Scale Pally to do your MFing. Especially since you probably end up with like 23 MF. Start at level 75 and speedrun hell. That could be good. Just hero edit it in. That could be good. Let's see, is there just a list? TC87 T2R. Treasure class, the complete list. There is a complete list. Nice. Yeah. There's actually not that many items. 1, 2, 3. There's 29 TC87 items. 29. Doesn't give a lot for build variety. I feel like Assassin would probably be the... Maybe not the worst, but it definitely doesn't have anything that's like Assassin specific, does it? Oh, we could use dual Nats. We could use dual Nats. Honestly, it could be fun. It could be fun. I feel like it's such a bad item though, because you wouldn't get any of the other set bonuses. It'd be such a sad little build. I'm so surprised we haven't found a single Mara's in almost 2,000 runs. Just one of those items you expect to see by now, you know? 3 SOJs. No Maras. Huh. I don't think we found a single metal grid either, which I guess is maybe a little bit more expected, but we found a few metal grids, so it's like they're obviously not that rare. Okay, just past 200 runs tonight. 200 runs in about an hour and 20 minutes. Which means we'll definitely do, I guess, 400 runs tonight, which is nice. Which I think is definitely more than we were doing with the last map. So, yeah, this is an improvement for sure. I mean, even at 400 runs, if 400 runs, 5 seconds a run, that's 2,000 seconds. Divided by 60 is what, like 300? I don't know. I don't even know why I tried to do the math, honestly. I don't even know where I'm going for this. I'm just saying numbers. 300 carry the 2. Means I've saved 33 hours tonight, guys. You wouldn't believe it. Is, the Veil of Steel is not a TC-87. I thought it was. I always thought the Spired Helms were TC-87. I guess I wasn't wrong. That's TC-81. It's not even close. Yikes! I am a noob. I gotta study up on pages like this so I can get my ducks in a row. Such a good item for being a low treasure class. Quite surprised. Also quite rare for being a lower treasure class. But I suppose as you start to farm the areas that can drop the highest treasure class, you do kind of omit some of the potential for the lower ones. More fish in the bucket. Archon staff. The good bases are dropping. Unearth one, where you at? Damn. Hey, at least it dropped. Oh, damn it, man. The third one. $1,900 runs to find 3 goddamn wands that aren't even close to the rarity I need. It just hurts. It just hurts just to even look at that. Just to even look at a socketed unearthed wand, man. Damn. So, I mean, on average, we're at about 630 runs until the next one. So, buckle up, boys. Wow. It's crazy. Another dust shroud. Ice bolt this time, huh? Okay. Huh? We take those. Nice. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. God, people have no manners. They need the manners that Griswold has. What can I do for you? How do I plan to celebrate once I find the Death's Web? Honestly, just gearing up the Necromancer spook, so you know how it is. Gearing up the Necromancer, leveling him up a little bit, and then hoping he can find us a cham. Content for you, I suppose. Because, obviously, you know, it's going to be insane to find. I'm going to be very excited, but I don't want to celebrate too much until we've actually completed the Grail. Now, when we find the Cham rune, I'll have to have something ready. I'll have to have like a little, I don't know, like a little bottle of champagne or something in the fridge for when that final beam randomly drops and the grind is over. That'll be a time to celebrate for sure. And buy a dog when you complete the Grail and call him Cham. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a great idea. $1,900 runs, folks. 1,900 runs. Not too bad, honestly. You know, like, I could definitely do another 2,000 without, you know, ripping my hair out. I think I'll be all right. It's been pretty good so far, considering we may not have what we need, but we definitely got some cool stuff along the way. So that's the problem with doing something like Chaos. You don't have what you need, and you're also not getting shit. So it's like, it's a lose-lose situation. And I don't like the lose-lose. No, sir. Oh, we found 3 unearthed wands. 1 white, 1 socket, 1 blue. All we need to find is a rare one, and then the next drop will be guaranteed unique. The way the game goes, if you didn't know. It's gonna be so nice using a poison Nova Necromancer. We're gonna be Nova-ing all over the place. It's gonna be disgusting. Green on green. I'm gonna have to paint my face green. Maybe that's what I'll do to celebrate. Just full green day. Go Shrek mode on him, you know? Get Mrs. D to dress up like Fiona. Or Donkey. I don't really have a preference. I'll let her choose. Thank you, Stream Elements. Doing a great job. YouTube really wants me to run some ads. Like, I have monetization on, but I have ads on manual mode, and I never run them. But it's always like, hey, just so you know, if you run some ads right now, you could make like a whole 6 cents. Gothic staff. Warp spear. It's a pretty cool item, although, like, what is ignore target's defense? Does that help you? Kind of a weird little one to add on there, you know? $19.15. When we started this, I really didn't think it would take longer than 1,000 runs. I thought I'd get, you know, a little bit spoon. But, guess not. Honestly, even getting it at 2,000 runs is still pretty spoon. But then you take into account that we've probably done 3,000 runs before this. Which one? $19, $18, $22. Quick ass runs, man. $18.0, probably our quickest run yet. I don't think we've hit a single run that was in the 17s. We could do it if I just don't look at the loot. Took our 15th Ginthers. Demon Head. Ah, oh, never ethereal, man. I would love an ethereal one. We have so many of these. None are ethereal. One of the very few actual upgrades we could find. Small upgrade. And actually would kind of be annoying because then I would need to use another socket quest, which we don't have. And another jewel that I do not have. The Ruby Jewel of Fervor. Definitely don't have another one of those. I think I might have one that's attack speed and damage, but not attack speed and fire res. Hard to come by. Another Ginthers? No problem. Poor Wahid. I could have juked him. I chose not to. Yikes. Ah, still haven't found an ethereal one of that either. I mean, I probably wouldn't use it. Like one of you guys mentioned way back in the day that an Eth Gladiator's Bane is very good, but I don't know that I'd use it over the Sacred Armor. Fortitude. Be cool to find though. The U wand. You bastard.
Yes.
Oh, is this a facet? Didn't even see. 3-3 though, so we'll put it on the list though. Oops. Second T-strokes of the night. Always cool to find, but I never use T-strokes. Only Titans. Swirling crystal. Holy. It's a beaut. It's a beaut. Yo, what's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? On the Oculus. So yeah, it's a little bit of a slower night, but we had some people hanging out. We got Ben chiming in, Spooks here, and Trace. But it's been a little bit quiet. It's mostly just me talking to myself, you know? I'm completely fine with that sometimes. Just sometimes, though, please. We found our third unearthed wand. And it was another socketed vacuum salesman in the building. Don't try to sell me no vacuum. Yeah, I just said, I said I probably wasn't gonna do like a celebration for the Death Sweat because it's not the end of the Grail, right? So I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but we have to come up with something for when we find the Charm Rune after.
The Order welcomes you.
Because I'm not like too... Obviously, I'm excited to find the Death's Web, but it still means we got one more item left, which is like almost like bittersweet, you know? Because right now, we could get like insanely lucky and a Charm Rune could drop from Andy. It'd be crazy. But we would still need the Death's Web. So we kind of have two things in one. But once we have the Death's Web, then we're only looking for the Cham, and it's like... Tear off your shirt because Llama did it. Yeah, maybe the only feat comes out. Maybe 1 month of free only feat for everybody that's in the stream at the time. Yeah, that'd be wild. Bone wand. That's the wrong wand. Yeah, maybe I'll do like a giveaway or something. If you're watching the stream when we get the Cham. I don't know what I would give away though. Like normally it would be maybe like a copy of D2R, but I feel like anybody who's watching already has one or more copies of D2R. Give away a 2015 grips. Yeah, I think it would be a lot better if I was on ladder or something. I'd be able to give away some shit that people actually could use. But to be honest, I don't even know, like a lot of the viewers, a lot of the regular viewers anyways, don't even really play online. We're lonely solo people here. For the most part, not everybody. Another goal. This time I saw it was off just a little friend. Let's go. Yeah, give away the 5080. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. For sure. Listen, maybe if we get like, if I get like 5,000 gifted, maybe. Yeah, that was a little bit delayed, eh, Trace? This is why I give it a second. That's why I don't go straight to the next game, man. You never know what you're gonna find. That's the third goal. Man, this map is spitting out goal rooms. Can you imagine the Death's Web dropping that way off a little mini monster next to Andy? 10 seconds after she dies, I'm reading chat and it goes pop. There's always a chance. Yeah, I'll think about it, and over the next little bit, definitely going to be asking for suggestions. So if you guys have any ideas, celebratory moments when we get the Cham Rune, not the Death's Web, the Cham, then we'll do it. But I think, like, in general, I'll definitely have like a really long stream following the end of the Grail, where we start up some kind of like variety stuff, which really is just for like, you know, you guys, the chatters, the regulars, the people who might actually want to watch something other than Diablo. Maybe do BG3 or something. Do like a couple of 8-hour streams or something. Unearthed wand. No. Ghost wand. But yeah, I'm getting pretty consistent 20-second runs here, guys. This map is much better. The Lum Rune. Quite a beam. Yeah, I'm speaking of that 5080, I'm glad I got it when I did, man. The price of shit right now, like, I'm so glad that my PC is relatively new. Like, when I built it, I probably didn't need to, you know? But I'm glad now that I did, because it would have been around now that I would have actually needed to, and the price of RAM and storage and GPUs, like, oof. Very lucky. An Eldritch Orb. Yeah, RAM is insane, dude. Like, I really wanted to upgrade from 32 to 64. And I never did, and I kind of regret it, but...
Yes?
Now there's no chance. Like, a legitimate 0% chance that I ever... These prices are just disgusting. Like, my RAM would have to explode. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like laptop prices are, like, you could get a whole freaking laptop for the same price as, like, 32 gigs DDR5 right now. So I'm not surprised. Yeah. That's crazy. Another Tal armor? Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. It feels like it's gonna be a, it's like a laptop economy for the next little bit at least. People are gonna be shifting towards laptops because it's like you can't find this stuff, and then even if you can find it, it's just disgustingly overpriced. So, double amulet. Both garbage. Yeah, Ben, you got in an even better time than I did. You got in, like, basically right before the spike. Almost as if you knew it was coming. Huh. I'm not pointing any fingers, but 10th gen laptop with a 2060. I mean, if it runs what you need, then you know what I mean? At least you got something. You're good, you're set. How much was it? 5080? When I bought it, I think it was about 1500 actually. Let's see if I can find it in my... Yeah, it was, oh man, yeah, it was 1638 after tax and everything. Yeah, pretty expensive up here, but they're even more expensive. Like, I think 2 days after I bought it, the price went up $200. So, not cheap, but it wasn't getting any cheaper. It's the Asus Prime. The Asus Prime, the very lowest, cheapest thing, I think. I think the Founders Edition were on the same level as the Primes, but another 3.3, like, that's just gross, man. But it's been good, like, that everything's been good. The temps and the performance have been great. And yeah, I've never had any issue with Asus. I know that the Prime is like one of the cheapest ones. I was just like, okay, it doesn't matter to me. Just cooling at the end of the day, cooling and some clock stuff. Best part is you sold your old PC later. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I kept a lot of my old stuff. I gave some to friends. But I sold my old graphics card. And honestly, like, yeah, the amount you can get back for this kind of stuff, they really do hold their value. It's pretty crazy. Paying for the goofy edition crap. Yeah. It usually is. You're right, Ryan. I don't... Some of those guys, they like, man, the difference in these cards, it's not like it's like 50, 60 bucks, you know, get a different cooler, get a different design. I really wanted a white one because my PC is all white, but it's like $400, $500, $600. And the performance is identical. It's the same thing. It's the same card, right? So it's like, what am I really paying for here? A little bit crazy. Okay, I'm gonna reset the time again. What are we at now? At January is the 19th. Go to the 22nd at 8. Oh. I did spend a little bit more than I needed to on my fans for some rainbow LEDs. And it's ironic because I actually just wanted them to be white. And I don't know how to change it. So yeah, it's just rainbow. But I like it. My RAM is rainbow. My CPU cooler block is rainbow. And that's how everybody knows just by looking at my window that I'm a cool gamer. How else would they know? It's like, what, you want me to put a poster on my window like that? I'm not a loser. I'm not doing that. Please, give me a break. Yeah, it is a little bit crazy, Ben. Yeah, and then that's exactly what happened to me. Like, I was gonna change it, and I was like, well, I don't really want this software. And then, like, the software, I think I got it to work, but it was only working on a few of them. So I think I messed up the controller, and I was like, yeah, I'm not opening it up again and going through all this. I just am not in the mood. But I really don't mind it. Like, I'm not in love with RGB, but I don't mind it. Need a Fruitcake app, change the colors. Nah, it's I mean, it's, you need a whole bunch of different apps is really the problem. And if you don't buy, like, if the RAM and the cooler and the fans don't have the same manufacturer, then you need different software for each one. It's just becomes more and more and more of a pain in the ass. So I leave it. And that's, they got me. Now I'm woke. Like, shit. And there's literally nothing I can do. Yeah, it's what it feels like, Ben. Every time I use the Army Crate shit. It's been a while since I've had that installed. It's not even, it's very, like, clunky software too. Like, it doesn't even feel good to use. Don't you love just identifying a whole inventory of stuff and none of it's good at all? Should have just bought a $20 LED strip from Amazon and tossed it in there. I mean, honestly, some of the LED strips are even expensive these days. Just depends. Like, I kind of wanted to get LED for my collection stuff back here, so that I gotta figure out the lighting in general. But yeah, they're not as cheap as you think. You can get them cheap, and then, like, I don't know how good is the good quality. And then if you want the good ones, you're spending like $100 on one strip. I feel like lighting went from, like, really expensive to everybody has it, back to really expensive. Kind of crazy. Yeah, it's probably built a lot better for the ally, considering it's their own. Isn't their own operating system? I actually don't know, or does it just use Windows? You do LED soffit lights on the house this year. That'll probably cost you a little bit, especially to get like, because that'll be outside, right? So you have to get like weatherproof and all that. But it'll look good though, for sure. Just Windows. Yeah, it's interesting. I've never used one. Just the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck's pretty sweet. I like the Steam OS. But I really don't feel like too special about it. I just like with that kind of stuff that there's so much competition. Feels pretty good that you have options and you're not just like locked into one company that can kind of do whatever they want because, you know, what else are you going to do? Swirling Crystal number 2. Damn. That's crazy. We go from having no Oculus to 20 Oculus. Oh, it's just a laptop with a controller built in. Yeah, but it's also a lot easier to take, like, to bring around, right? I don't know. I don't really like laptops, especially when it comes to quote-unquote gaming laptops. Like, they're clunky. Obviously, this is the heavier end of things, but I had an Alienware back in the day, and then after the Alienware, I had an MSI, and even just a 15-inch. Oh, it's just so rough to bring around. If you're gonna be in one spot for a long time, yeah, no problem. But if you literally are like you're going on a plane or, you know, in the car or yeah. Oh, a tablet. Yeah, okay, a tablet for sure. Yeah, for sure. The Lenovo stuff is really nice. I feel like it's a little bit overpriced though. I don't know if that's just a recent thing, but if they, for the specs, Lenovo stuff seems expensive, like on the level of like a Razer, where their stuff is like really well designed, but you're definitely paying for it, you know. The MSIs are very affordable. I had a great experience with my MSI laptop. But when I left my job at security, I had no reason to have a laptop anymore. Dude, seriously, this is the third one. Not ethereal. I sold it. Asus is the premium headphone in space. I thought the I thought the Steam Deck, like the OLED Steam Deck, is more expensive than the raw Jala, isn't it? You get staffed discounts on laptops because you work for the Australian equivalent of Best Buy. Oh, that's awesome, Ben. Oh, that's really cool. MSI has one called the Claw. Fuck off. There's no way that's a real thing. There's no way they're out here calling that shit the Claw. Bro, the claws will be called that guy's little hand in Scary Movie. That shit's not real. The Ally has higher level processor options. Really? Huh. Let me look this up for a second. Okay, accept cookies. I accept the cookies. It's not letting me accept the cookies. Okay. Shop now. Doesn't let me do that. That's kind of annoying that I can't just like look at it on their website with pricing and shit. To God here. Is it the Ally X? Is that like a upgraded version? 24 gigs of RAM. That's actually impressive. 1080p, 120 hertz. Huh. That's pretty nice. It's real and it's called the Claw. I can't believe that's real, dude. Yeah, I thought they were the same, but I didn't know that there was levels to it. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Shared RAM? Yeah, that would make sense, actually. That would make sense. Because that's a lot of RAM. Maybe not, though. You never know what they're fitting into these little things these days, man. I almost sold my Steam Deck to buy an OLED Steam Deck, and it wasn't even for the OLED. It kind of was, but it was mostly just for the fact that they upgraded the Wi-Fi card. I was so annoyed that they upgraded the Wi-Fi card so soon, because it really did mean like streaming was a lot better. Like you could stream from your PlayStation to the Steam Deck, your PC, a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, oh, I'd really like to do that, but you know, it's only as good as your Wi-Fi connection. So yeah, they are all like very similar, Spootsu, but that was what I was saying earlier. Like I don't mind that. I actually really like the fact that there is actual competition. It's not like there's one clear winner. You know, you get to do your research and you get to see, you know, which one looks better and feels better, and you know, little minor things like Wi-Fi cards that might matter to you, or OLED screens and stuff like that. You choose what you pay for, which is great. No monopolies. Down with the monopolies. Coming up on 2K runs, guys. Woo. 2K runs, man. I love to see it. That's crazy.
Greetings.
2,000 slaughters. What am I having, Steam Deck? Yeah. He printed one bench. Is that it, Ryan? I was gonna ask how your printer's been. I really want one, but I think I'm in the same boat where I wouldn't really use it. Hard to justify. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Spoozer. I am a big fan of the Nintendo Switch. Like the fact that you can detach the controllers. It's super comfy that you don't have to hold the bulk of it all the time if you don't want to. So that is cool. I forgot that they had one like that. I remember seeing it, but I have no need for anything like that, so I don't really look into them. I want to stay up to date. Yeah, fair enough, Ryan. You got other stuff going on. It's only been a little bit anyways, right? Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get into that headspace of like, yeah, let's create something. Because you don't want to half-ass it, right? And I know the printing is there's a learning curve to it. So you can't just like jump in and it'll do exactly what you want it to. You excited to learn CAD? That's the is that the software? Easier to repair, yeah. Yeah, it's a good point, Spookster. It definitely does make repairing much easier when you don't have to take apart the whole thing. And I know a lot of these things, it's like, oh, if you leave the SD card in, when you take it out, you're gonna crack it in half. Like a lot more can go wrong when you have to open up the whole system. Computer aided drafting. Okay, I know like the term CAD, but like when I think of CAD, I think of like metal being cut. I guess I think of like CNC, but yeah, that makes sense that it would be like in general the design tool for that kind of thing. Yeah, that, I mean, that's useful. I've seen some people that have made some really cool stuff. Functional print is like where I would go with it. Like I've already, like the main reason I would want a 3D printer is to have different things for like my display, to have it hold up like different games and stuff and be able to organize my space better. Because ironically, like trying to buy little bits of plastic that would do that for me would probably cost me a little bit. You know, like it's that little stuff is not cheap. It's the 3rd sacred armor in 2,000 runs. This is it, run 2,000. It'd be cool to call it a day on the very 2,000th run. Nope. But it's okay, because we're going for 2048. J Bakes said 2048. You have some what printers? You super badass? Doing some wild stuff at work? I feel like my computer's starting to slow down because I opened up all these tabs and I haven't closed them. There we go. Typing with wet hands. Don't do that, man. You're gonna mess up your precious MSI laptop, dude. You have to print yourself a new one. Shalala. You're not a true gamer then, Ryan. Not washing dishes with your laptop right there? That's how a real gamer would do it. Genuinely. You're too old to be a real gamer. I get it. I get it. I know what you're saying. It's all right, man. Nobody's judging you. Well, Ben probably is. Yeah, I like to do the same thing. Like to do the same thing, right? That's why we watch Christopher Odd and all the other great YouTubers. That way we don't need to play the games, but we can still enjoy them, right? Like it's a win-win. Like you didn't need to do 2,000 Andy runs to get absolutely nothing. You can just let me do it instead. You got your dishes done. I still have dishes to do. So who's winning here? I'd say it's you. Oh, Wahid, you dead? You dead, Wahid?
Greetings.
What happened, man? Oh, on Earth Wand, where are you at? 24 hours of WoW the last week? Okay, that's actually pretty good, man. You're getting into it. Damn. Look at you. Okay, never mind. You're a true gamer again. You're just an MMO gamer. On another level. Yeah, it's like that with WoW. You're either not playing it or you're playing it way too much. Usually how it goes in my experience. Man, these drops are not it. 30 more runs until I get to tell Mr. J that he is a false prophet. Got a lot of runs done tonight though. We started at 1675, so we're getting at least 400 runs. I'll probably stop at like 2100 tonight. Pretty good spot. Yes, Ryan. Definitely the Nismo Z. Yep. You gotta aim high. Yeah, I want to get a new car as well, but I have no reason. A Mal rune. Another beam. Honestly, kind of crazy. Wow. She's not into it. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's not every girl's dream to have a Nismo. I swear I'd be happy with a Q50. Honestly, I just want anything with a little bit of all-wheel drive, you know? I just want to have something nice for the snow. That's all I'm worried about. The problem is the interiors are so outdated. If the technology is outdated. But then when you try to find something else that has all-wheel drive, it's just expensive. She wants new. Oh, okay. New is kind of crazy though, man. I don't know. Like, you do you, obviously, but new cars, just expensive. Elrune, oh baby. We were talking about these earlier. That Elrune is highly sought after. Yeah, new cars are crazy. Nissan's bringing the Q50 back in oh really? Huh. I'm surprised. I was really upset when they got rid of it, but a lot of people are wondering if Nissan's even gonna make it that far. Like, a lot of people are not too confident in the future of Nissan, but maybe they're just gonna get rid of Infinity. I just call it a Nissan. Yeah, if I ever do upgrade, I'll probably end up just getting like a Honda SUV. All-wheel drive, small engine with a little turbo. Big enough to, you know, put a baby in the back and call it a day. Yeah, Ryan, it is. Yeah, yeah. That's why the Q50 is so... The Q and the G are just so timeless, because for the price... Oh, the game just froze there. For the price, you're just really not getting that anywhere else. Really hard to find. Nissan's becoming more of a Nissan. Yeah. Yeah, Nissan, people do not have a great opinion of Nissan lately. I'm a big fan of Hondas. I've had a couple Civics. My mom has a Civic. They're easy to work on. Parts are cheap. The problem is they're not that cheap anymore. Like, you can't just go, oh yeah, I'll just get a Honda, whatever, call it a day. Because the price is like competitive with other or makes now, so it's like it's not super obvious what to do. But again, I don't really need a new car. I just want one. The winters up here are pretty bad. It would be nice to have all-wheel drive, but do I go anywhere? No. I go to the gym, and that's it. Yeah, Ryan, and all of those are like the Integra S is way too expensive. BMW 3 Series, not a big fan. Yeah. Yeah, that type of stuff is out of my price range. Ever since I started looking at things on a 3-year, what is it? There's like a calculation you're supposed to use of doing no more than 3 years, 20% down, and then it shouldn't be more than 10% of your monthly income. And then I look at it and I'm like, do I really want that payment? Like, it's just a wild amount to be paying for a car. Yeah, Acuras are pretty nice. The Integra is pretty nice. Like I bought my car for like 12K. Paid 200 bucks a month for 5 years. Even that was like rough. You get another car to be used for sure. Yeah. The only problem with used, like the only argument for buying new these days is that you might be able to get like somewhere from 0 to 2% interest, which is pretty great. And the used, like some of the interest rates, even when you have good credit, the interest rates can be just disgusting. So there is an argument, you know, but still, Nismo Z without a doubt will be your next car. Hey man, if you want to use Nismo Z, you just gotta be careful about who you buy it from. It's kind of hard to buy used, you know, because you don't want somebody that's like driven the shit out of it, and you don't want somebody that's modded the shit out of it, and people will lie about both of those things. So it's like, you just gotta be patient. Like I used to work with this guy that, like, this guy was a BMW fanatic, dude, and I think all he wanted, I think, was a BMW 3 Series convertible. It's like the only thing he wanted, but it was he knew what color he wanted, he knew the interior he wanted, and he wanted to make sure that whoever had it before him really took care of it, because it was going to be his forever car. And I worked with that guy for 3 years and he never found what he needed. It's, yeah, low mileage. Yeah, you definitely will pay a premium, but you'll meet the owner, and you'll probably be a little bit more comfortable paying the premium once you get a feel for how they handled their car. Yeah, 7 more runs and we're at 2048. I got high hopes. Yeah, I bought my car, I think it was at about 80,000 kilometers, so like 50,000 miles. And the guy I bought it from, like, you could tell he took care of it. He was getting it detailed. It was in pristine condition. He didn't drive it like crazy. It was a really good purchase, and I bought it, I think it's been about 6 years, and I've put 30,000 kilometers on it, so it's like 18,000 miles, I think. Not even. So yeah, this thing should last a while. When I went to get my oil changed, they were like, when was the last time you got your oil changed? I said, I don't know, a couple years ago. You're not driving? No, I work from home. Oh, okay. They finished on my oil change. They're like, all right, see you in 2 years. In the 4 months or so since you bought your car, you have like 1K miles on your truck. So you still have the truck. Right. I think you said that. You just use it for like truck stuff, or use it when you when you miss it?
Hello.
Driving on the weekend. Yeah, I mean 1,000 miles in 4 months. Yeah, at least you know it'll last. Okay, the next run is run 2048. Jay Bakes, the man himself, said something crazy was going to happen on this run. Let's see. Not even, Tommy. Not even. Can you believe it? The screenshot's not even working. I wanted to take a screenshot. There we go. So that I can send this liar proof. Why the hell is my paint so large? Yeah. Just needed to get that in there. Yikes. Yikes, dude. That is crazy. It's okay. I think we should be able to make it to 2100. And then we'll call it a night. $50 runs, 20 seconds a run. What's that? 1,000 seconds? 15, 20 minutes? Yeah, we can do it. For show, for show. Well, let me check something. I'm stuttering a little bit and I don't like it. I'm trying to see... Is it because... Performance... My GPU's at 57? Seems pretty good. 30% utilization is... Oh. The run tracker... Oh. The run tracker just gave up because my drive is out of space. That is embarrassing. How did it... I swear to God, I had at least a gig of space. So weird. I gotta move some stuff around. My drive situation is not good. Maybe that's what was slowing me down so much. 2051. Is that what we were? Yeah, just about, right? All right. Sorry about that, folks. Whoa, what the hell? I'm getting zipped and zapped all around. Oh, I haven't had the tracker this whole time. I haven't had it showing? My god. Eight. Yeah, I'm a terrible, terrible streamer. Yikes. What a huge blunder. Oh. The U wand again. Yeah, Ryan, the only feed is gonna carry me, man. I don't know if the 5 to 10 viewers I get regularly now is gonna do it, but the only feed, it's a gold mine. I've been teasing it for months. It's coming soon. You're never gonna believe how much it is to subscribe. It's very, very expensive. Tell your wife she's gonna hold off on that car. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you guys, you can't afford both, and I'm pretty sure I know where your priorities are. So. A sin tax of 50%. Wow. I mean, that'll fund the whole state. Yeah, did you watch the Moist Critical video on the people that are calling her out for her fake, allegedly, her fake earnings? Apparently she was lying about how much money she's been making. You didn't watch that? Yeah, you should give it a watch. It's funny. It does seem to me, and I'm kind of in the same situation as Charlie, where I'm not like familiar with the interface, but it seems to me from like the way that the other, it's like another creator that's going, here's what it would really look like, and it doesn't look like this, and you're all lying, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, she's definitely making money. It's just, I think she's exaggerating. Because I'm with you, but I mean, yeah, I just don't think that number is accurate. Like, there's no way. There's no way she's making more than like NBA players. You know, like the highest paid NBA players are not making that much in a year. But hey, who knows, man? Hopefully she isn't lying, and my account is gonna do just as well. Sacred armor. Nah, doubt that. I doubt that. The dunks are worth more. Come on. I don't even watch basketball. And I still make that statement wholeheartedly. Man, the first hour tonight was absolutely nuts. And the last hour, not so much. Way she goes. Well, it is one or the other. It is one or the other. You know how it is. Decisions.
Not in town.
Oh my. That's a lot of... That's a lot of mobs, man. $20.69, nice. Well, we're officially closing in on 400 runs tonight. That's not too bad. Not bad at all. We'll take some booties. Never mind. Nope. We don't want those booties. 10-11 non-eth treks? No. My feet deserve better. Gotta sell content in those boots? It ain't happening. No, sir. $25 more runs. We can do it. Wow. The Green Queen. Oh, the Dust Shroud we will take. Meteor. I think that's one of the more useful ones. I mean, it's not telekinesis at least. Ghost wand. All sorts of wands tonight. Hey, at least we saw an unearthed wand. The last, well, I guess 2 streams, we've seen an unearthed wand. We've been teased. We've been, you know, proven that there is a chance. That's the least she can do is tease me. No chance? There's some chance, man. No chance of freaking skiller though. Dude, we've gone through so many GCs, no skillers. What's going on with that? Yeah, way too many other mod possibilities, unfortunately. I mean, we've had a few skillers out for cows, but not Andy. 40 life, I mean, that's one of them. That's one of them that I want.
The Order welcomes you.
Not the kind of drops I'm looking for, dude. Let me down, Andy. Start off the night so strong. You just turn everything around by the end. Crumple me up and bend me over. Ooh. Decapitator. Alright, 9 more runs. That's a good place to stop. Just over 3 hours of super duper Andy fun time. War boots started off the same way we're ending it. This was the first shop we got tonight. Some 198s. Yeah, it's not too bad, Ryan, I gotta admit. I am kind of a beast. 425 runs? I mean, it's decent, man. Not many people can do what I do. Oh yeah, 2 more months, easy. Easy. Yeah, the Cham rune is gonna be like, I feel like we're gonna get the Death Web in the next week or two, but the Cham rune, who knows, man? Who knows? Could be 2 months, could be 2 years. The Zod is done. You're right. Like that, I gotta keep my chin up because that is the wild thing about where we're at. The Zod not being the last item. I was 100% before we dropped it. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be the last item for sure. For sure, right? Like, who in their right mind thinks they're gonna find a Zod before they find a freaking Cham? Crazy. I guess not opening the poppables down here. 2100 runs of not opening the poppables is not a good look. Vortex shield. Pretty rare. Always makes me happy to see. Alright guys, the last run. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I will catch you on Sunday if you're around. And guess what we'll be doing? More of this. Nah, fam. Alright guys, thank you. Catch you in the next